Welcome to Cherry Crossing. Get ready for a serious color explosion. Today we are starting a brand new series on my Kidcore Island Jr., where we're laying down the rainbow brick walkway and building a vibrant custom garden shop that is pure eye candy. If you love bright patterns and all things Kidcore, you're going to want to see how this turns out. Of course, to start things off, we are going to start by putting some pavement down. I have these cute little pastel, pink, yellow, green, and blue blocks that I think would be a nice start to this walkway. I decided to trade out these pastel blocks for a different kind of pastel blocks, one that is a little more smaller, sudden, and cuter. I have two different kinds, a horizontal version and a vertical version. And right now I'm just placing them wherever I think would look nice as a sudden little random pathway. Now I am adding some more of the pastel blocks just around and a little bit of waterscaping for little like stepping stones. I'm filling in the rest of the spaces with the little pastel blocks. So far this is coming up super cute and adorable. I love just how pastel and cute, especially with the early morning vibes going on in the background. It just looks really cute. Dom is over here and he's thinking about a new nickname, and I have a cute idea to do Sweetie since cherries are sweet. However, because this is a Kidcore Island, I'm going to do Kitty. I feel like I should have done Kitty Cone instead, kind of like a kid's ice cream cone, but I think Kitty is still super cute instead. Now I am editing the waterscaping and the paths just to make sure that it's like easier to walk around, not too crazy. But then I found this path, and this was the one I was thinking about really using for this pathway. So now I'm not sure. I'm trying it around and seeing if it fits with this pattern, and I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I really love how cute it turned out, but the waterscaping has got to go, and I'm just going to do this one path. I actually really like having the pathway on the sides of it, so I'm going to be editing it to make it look like that there's a different kind of pathway on the sides, almost like a border kind of thing. I really like how cute that was, so I'm going to keep up with that pattern. I finally finished the pathway, and I found this pink and blue wedding arch, which is super duper cute, and I'm going to use this for the entrance. And over here I'm going to start on this little mini reading section with two froggy chairs and a lily pad table, which always looks super cute together. Over here is a picnic area with the fall and spring items put together. Over here we have a nice little bench to sit down and relax next to the picnic area. And over here I have a nice little tent for the kids to, hang out with. And these super duper cute Kidcore designs of flowers, frogs, rainbows, bees, and ducks. Right now I'm experimenting with different items to see which ones work best in this little kids tent build. My first idea was to do a little mini picnic, but then also I decided to do a little comfy area with a little teddy bear and a light chair. But I then decided to do just a little bear on the side, moving the tent a little bit closer to the pathway. Over here we have a nice little froggy chair and table. This is going to be the painting area. Kids love to paint and get crazy. I think you would know if you've been a kid before. I also found this super duper cute paint design, and I always imagined putting little paint cans under it. That way it would look like that the paint is like, you know, falling out. And over here I'm expanding this little book reading area into a library with the puzzle pieces. They're super duper cute. I used to have one of them when I was a little kid, and those were a lot of fun. So I feel like a kid area of a library would have one of those in there. So we're just expanding the pathway, adding some more of the items, and seeing how they can fit in this little build. In this little area, we are going to do another picnic, and it is going to be a teddy bear picnic. And I have these super cute little Kidcore like jam lids, and I think that would be super cute for like a picnic Kidcore area, especially a teddy bear one. So I have this little tea item with a little cat on it. I knew I just had to do that when I found that because it's super adorable. And of course, cherry jello. Kids love jello. I'm pretty sure every kid, if we took a vote. And of course, a little picnic basket. Okay, so this area was actually super duper cute. It is a Nova light with a telescope. It's this little stargazing area, and I'm going to be using the old path that I was going to use in my debut video for the plushie shop, and that video actually got deleted. Yeah, it's a long story, but this is a super duper cute area. It's very simple, but I love it. Over here is a little mini disco party area. It's really cute. I'm using these old blocks that are like the pastel ones, except they're a little bit more of the primary colors. And this is a really cute dancing area. I actually love it. Of course, we have to put Bubblegum KK because like all the kids love that song. And as quick as it came was as quick as it left. I decided that I need that space for something else because I'm building a garden shop. Out of the nowhere, I'm just like, I want a garden shop. And so we're building a garden shop now, guys. So this is really cute. Of course, this song is iconic because it is the garden shop theme from New Leaf. And anybody who played New Leaf and talked to Leaf because there was weeds infested all over your island, you know that this song is about determination. There has been countless many of times that my sisters would not clean up the weeds on their island, and so I would be the one who would work very hard to do it, and Phineas, he went and congratulated me with a weed badge, and still to this day, they got better at it, but it's still pretty infested. So yeah, right now we're using the stalls. I have them in this like custom design, and of course we have to use the panels. They're essential for making shops. So this is not like a real shop. We're just gonna have like a custom design person, a headless, footless guy just gonna run the shop. But I'm moving it a little bit closer to the middle. I know it's gonna be hard to put the pathway when there's a store blocking it. I'll figure it out. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet, but this is so far really cute, and I love this little shelf with all the little plants. It just brings it to life. Now I'm adding some super duper cute items that they could sell at a garden store. A little book about flowers, of course the plants. Just dropping some of this stuff is just really cute. Of course a watering can and dropping the shovel as a little toolbox is super duper cute. All these little items come together. It just makes it's so cute. I don't know why. It's just so cute when you just like drop this stuff instead of like placing them, but it's really, really adorable. Of course, you have to have one of the gold coins as a little thing next to your cash register to look like it's kind of paying for it, or if someone needs some change, it's all right there. Just be careful because if you have people on your island, they could think it's their change. So yeah, you gotta make sure people don't take that one. Now I'm putting the pavement down for this little garden area next to the shop. It's going to be like a lavender kind of farm area, except I have to breed some more of the lavender flowers. So it's gonna be right now a breeding area, but later hopefully it will be a lavender garden. Now I'm just placing items that I feel like the store would need or use. Things like storage sheds, racks, and a couple of containers full of flowers just around the build. Oh, and I cannot forget about these. I found this little garden gnome and little clay bunny, and I had to put that in the garden shop. Even though I had to replace the little small items that was cute, I still think that this other one is cuter. Now I am just adding some items around the garden area, a little wagon with flowers, and I'm going to prepare the holes for where the lavender flowers are going to go. I finished putting 2 of the lavenders down, and I'm using my custom design No More Flowers to make sure that they don't grow anymore, which you can also use to save yourself from the pain of flowers continuously growing, and then all of a sudden you have a monstrous field that is literally going to take over your island, having a flower apocalypse. So save yourself from that, and use the code down below in the description to get your own No Flowers design. I'm continuing to add super cute items, and so far this is coming together really well, and I love it. It's super duper cute having the little garden right next to the shop so they can like check out and see what kind of flowers they want to take or whatever. But yeah, now I'm adding some paths around the garden area just to make it a little pop and cute. Now I'm going to add some fencing on top of the custom designs over here in this little garden area to make it a little bit fenced off, but not also at the same time, and adding some more decorations to the area on the left side as it looked pretty bare. I'm also adding some pathway to the place where people would walk in between the garden shop and the garden, and I decided to use some more of the pastel ones that I was using earlier. Except these ones have little animals on it, which is adorable. Just dropping some items, making it a little bit cute, adding the final touches to this garden shop build, adding a couple more items that maybe they could have for sale or can use for the garden. But all of it is coming together as this is a beautiful build. I love it a lot, and I've probably told you that a million times, but I seriously love it. This is actually my first time making a fake building, or what I call a super duper good like Animal Crossing worthy build. So give me your thoughts down below. Do you think I did pretty good for my first time? Okay, now we're just adding some flowers to the empty spaces over here. I have different kind of color mixes. This one's a little bit just like a nice little pastel kind of rainbow area with all these flowers. Over here, I'm going to try to do one that matches with the telescope theme kind of one. We got pinks, purples, and whites. And over here is just all the extras, the orange, the red, the green, and the yellow. Of course, we have to water them and use my No More Flowers design code, still down in the description. Think twice about it. This is your second reminder. Make sure you go get that. And adding just some more of the custom designs over here in this area to kind of tie it together. I know it's not a path, I know there's a shop in your way, but this is a really cute design. I'm using the more primary color version, but I decided to use the flower ones instead since it is a garden shop. And the final touch, I'm going to be adding the flower design to the little areas on the right and the left of the garden shop, so it has flowers, but I can still put the items on top of it. I'm finally finished, and I'm so excited for you guys to see the final product. I am so proud of this, and I love it. So let us go see the garden shop and the Kidcore Walkway together. Here it is, the final walkthrough. We have the pastel library, the little picnic area, the bench seating area, the kids tent with the cute bear and all the little flowers, the adorable painting area with a paint design, the panda bear picnic, and of course the stargazing area. Over here is the garden shop, and right here is the area where you can buy some flowers that are already in pots. And over here is the actual shop. We have a headless garden cashier and a couple of things you can buy, gnomes, plants. We have a little change right there, so we still have 1 cent over here. And of course we have plants, tools, lawnmower, things of dirt, even anything that you would need to start your own garden. It is all right here. And then of course we actually have the real garden, our little lavender breeding area. We are still working on that, so that is a work in progress. Don't worry, that house will be moved. I have gotten construction. We are going to get that out of the way so you can see this entire build, but for now we just have to hop around a bit, I guess, like little bunnies. But I love this so much, and I want to just thank you all for joining me on my very first super duper real actually good build. And if you want to see more builds like this, make sure that you like this video as it helps a lot, and subscribe and hit the bells and you'll never miss a video. Until next time, stay sweet!